Members, it's the appointed time and we have a quorum. This is the chairman election of the panel on transport for 2025 session. The Secretariat has issued notice informing members that they have only received one valid nomination within the period. Is Mr. Chen Siu-hung, nominated by Mr. Ben Chen, seconded by Mr. Gary Zhang. Since Mr. Chen is not the chairperson or vice chairperson of any other panels or government advisory bodies, under the Rules of Procedure and the House Rules, I declare that Mr. Chen Siu-hung elected chairman of the panel on transport of this session. Mr. Chen, please. Thank you for your support. Now is the election of Deputy Chairman. The Secretariat issued a notice to inform members that they've only received one valid nomination for Deputy Chairman. Is Mr. Perry Yiu, nominated by Mr. Ben Chen, seconded by Mr. Frankie Yik. As Mr. Perry Yiu is not the chairman or deputy chairman of other panels and government advisory bodies, under the Rules of Procedure and the House Rules, I declare Mr. Perry Yiu elected deputy chairman of the panel on transport this session. Congratulations. Next, schedule of meetings for the 2025 session. As per the arrangement last year, we will have our regular meetings on the third Friday at 10:45 in the morning. Members, do you agree? Please refer to the schedule of meetings tabled. There are some adjustments in February and April. See that there is a Chinese New Year banquet on the 21st of February at 12:30, so we propose to change the meeting to from 10 to 12. That is putting it forward by 45 minutes. The 18th of April is the Easter holiday, so we propose to change the regular meeting to the 25th of April at 8:30. Any views? Do you agree? If you agree, then we go into item 3, items for discussion at the next meeting. Please refer to LC paper CB bracket 322 of 2025 bracket 01. This is the list of outstanding items for discussion. There is also a list of follow-up actions. Members, the next meeting will take place on the 21st of February, which is a Friday. Is from 10 to 12. There are 2 items proposed by the administration. First, upgrading and enhancement of pedestrian crossing facilities. The second item is operating environment of public light bus trade. Members, any views? These are the items for discussion at the next meeting. If you agree, then these will be the items for discussion at the next meeting. Members, in relation to items for discussion in future meetings, any suggestions? If you have any suggestions, please press the request to speak button. 6 at the moment. Let me read out their names. Leung Man Kwong, Michael Luk, Michael Tian, Chao Siu Chung, Frankie Yik, Andrew Lam, 2 more, Gary Zhang, and Ben Chen. 2 minutes to start with. Please be succinct. Tell us what you'd like to discuss in the panel meetings. First, Mr. Leung Man Kwong. Thank you. Well, for public transport operators, especially bus operators, if they raise their fares, there will be heated discussion. Yes, they need fare revenue to keep the business running. However, when it comes to fare increase, there will be an impact on the public. So can the bus operators do more, say, for example, cleanliness on board their fleet and the environment of bus stops? What about support to those with different impairments? The public have expectations. In the future, can we, in addition to discussion on bus fares, we can also discuss about these areas? There is something similar, that is, improvement to the business environment and service provision of public transport operators. I think Mr. Leung would like to talk about a basket of issues relating to buses. Next, Mr. Michael Look. I would also like to talk about franchise bus operators. Well, they need to improve their service. I asked a written question at the council meeting in relation to the missed trips as well as delays of different routes. These are two different figures. At that time, the administration did not give me specific information. That was the overall lost trip figures. There is not enough information to give us the overall picture. Is it a problem of specific routes? There are delays, and sometimes the bus simply did not come. So we need to have an in-depth discussion. I hope that under the leadership of the chairman, we can get specific information about bus service from the administration. Well, two members have expressed their concerns about the service quality of franchise bus service. Next, Mr. Michael Tian. There are a number of burning issues. In the coming 5 years or so, there will be about 200,000 and 300,000 people moving to NT Northeast. So they will have to use the Tuen Mun Ma'an Shan line to go to the urban area. 200,000 from Hong Shui Kiu and more commuters from Kam Tin, from Tuen Mun. The government has been talking about the fifth cross-harbour rail service. And there is also a need for more cross-harbour land transport as well. The Western Tunnel is already filling up in capacity. There is also the Khao Yi Chau railway service. I do hope that the cross Khao Yi Chau rail service will continue. If it cannot be commissioned in 27-28, you simply won't be able to get on any trains along the Tuen Mun Ma'an Shan line. So how do you make sure that the transport infrastructure at Khao Yi Chau will be on schedule? Well, you can make adjustments in other areas. Well, there can be public-private partnership in the operation of cross-harbour rail service. This is something that we can talk about it. The Northern Link itself will cost 10 million. I think the MTRCL is unable to raise more funds to develop other services. I think there can be separation. That can be division of labor. I was asked how come that there is the fare adjustment mechanism for railway service but not for bus operators. There was previously a discussion about online hailing service. I hope that we can have a discussion on this as well. About online hailing service, we have already recorded it. In relation to rail service, if it is on a specific issue, then it will be discussed by the subcommittee on railway service. Matters relating to more macro levels, yes, we can have it. We can discuss it in this panel. Next, Ms. Mr. Chow Siu-chung, I agree with the list of items for discussion, but there are also other issues that I'd like to discuss in this panel. First, how to attract youngsters to join the transport industry. Usually people work for long hours and the work environment is quite tough. Our demography has changed. People don't want to join the trade anymore. So I hope that we can have a discussion in this regard. We can ask the government to put in place measures to improve the work environment to attract new blood. Another issue, we need to have a discussion to improve the business environment for commercial vehicles. Well, there are issues relating to Tai Lam Tunnel and the Three Cross Harbor tunnels and the toll levels for commercial vehicles. There should be regular review. There is also a shortage of parking space for commercial vehicles. We need to have an ongoing discussion about this. I think these issues are close to our hearts as well. There is the parking space issues as well as the Three Cross Harbor tunnels. Next, Mr. Frankie Yik. Thank you. The first item I'd like to follow up on is similar to that raised by Mr. Chow, parking spaces for commercial vehicles. When I first joined the LegCo, it was 1 to 0.6. It's the same now. And now the traffic wardens are very quick in dishing out parking tickets. So are there any plans? Is there a timetable to increase the number of parking spaces for commercial vehicles? I see that in February there will be a discussion on operating environment of public light bus trade. I would like to see what plans the government has. Well, number 4 is improvement to the business environment and service provision of public transport operators. I think that there is a serious problem faced by public light bus, the red ones. With the extension of railway service, then the green and red minibuses are affected. When the South Island line is commissioned, a lot of these routes have simply ceased to operate. We need to make sure that there is a business environment for them to continue to operate. Can these buses be changed to rehab buses? We have an aging population. There are more people that are wheelchair bound. There is a very small supply for rehab buses. There are illegal hire operating as minibuses. I think there is also public safety issues as well. Yesterday there was a mention about mobile phones over the dashboard of commercial vehicles. There was one with 13 mobile phones, so it's rather dangerous. We've been talking about this for quite a long time. When will we have an actual discussion? Thank you. We'll have them recorded. About the use of mobile phones on commercial vehicles, well, it was mentioned in the Bills Committee. The government said they're looking into this issue. Hopefully, there will be a discussion at LegCo as soon as possible. About public buses, red minibuses, as also change of business into other areas, we can talk to the TLB. Parking space has been discussed many times. It comes to us every year. Still, there is no solution. We hope that the importance can be elevated so that it will draw the attention of the administration. Next, Mr. Andrew Lam. So the traffic transport strategic study. I think we need to have an in-depth discussion about this. We have the Three Cross Harbor Tunnel as well as the Tai Lam Tunnel. The toll fares as well as its electronic management how can we make better use of electronic traffic management? I think there needs to be a long-term plan. Well, there are new road management approaches. So the old standard, is this still up to date? I've asked questions at LegCo. I asked about management as well as necessity for roadside railings. If it's not covered under the traffic and transport strategic study, that means the design and standards of all these facilities will become obsolete and outdated. We talk about coordinated development between urban and rural areas in the northern metropolis. When it comes to rural areas, especially remote areas, is there a comprehensive arrangement to improve traffic? It's not just road traffic. We have to have a coordinated planning for other forms of transport as well. So you're talking about electronic road management, design standards, the strategic studies, as well as updating the road arrangements and facilities to keep up with the times. Mr. Gary Zhang, I think we need to have a discussion about automated vehicles. The technology has changed a lot. It has evolved greatly. 2 years ago, when we set the automated vehicle regulations, the technology, logic, and the application in the commercial sector is completely different now. The technology of automated driving can overcome obstacles in the transport sector. They now use AI as well as big model. This can be a new industry, and it's important when it comes to manpower training as well. So we need to have a focused discussion in the panel. Yes, technology for automated driving is developing in leaps and bounds, so we do need to have a discussion. Next, Mr. Ben Chan. I would like to first suggest about online hailing service as well as combating illegal hire. Another point is parking space as well as support for charging facilities. There is no specific policy supporting charging points, so we need to have a discussion about this. Another point is the use of toll plaza by changing the toll booths into charging facilities to increase revenue as well as enhancement of facilities. I hope to see some improvement with the toll plaza. Cross-boundary commercial vehicles, recognition of driving qualifications. That is in particular in relation to lorries. New people can't join the trade because they are unable to obtain a driving license in the other place. I think there can be, to a certain extent, mutual recognition of qualifications so that we'll have drivers for lorries. Another issue is smart management and repair of public roads, bridges, and tunnels. The panel went on the duty visit. We have seen a lot of new proposals. Hopefully, we'll take that into account. Your 5 suggestions have been recorded. Next, Deputy Chair, Mr. Perry Yu. Well, there is a tourism industry development blueprint 2.0. We see a development along island tourism and other areas. Can we have a comprehensive view on transport to support tourism? As Mr. Andrew Lam said, there are limitations in rural road network as well as parking spaces. So the condition to develop ecotourism and the concept of tourism is everywhere is difficult. There are still a lot of limitations when it comes to a road transport network. In Hock Choy on the Hong Kong island is very well worth visiting, but if you take someone to go to Shekel Road to Hock Choy, I think it will be very difficult. For Luk Kang, well, tourist coaches can't use that road, so it's very difficult to take an organized tour to visit the place. And there's also about sea tourism or water tourism. I think this is something that we need to look into to support the development of tourism. Yes, we need to have supporting transport facilities for tourism development. Next, Mr. Yim Kong. I have 2 suggestions. When it comes to heavy lorries, how do you encourage them to use new energy, especially cross-boundary heavy-duty vehicles? Can you work with the Guangdong province to promote the use of new energy? There is going to be the upgraded Maritime and Port Development Board. What will be their work plan? What will be the direction in the coming few years? So cross-boundary new energy, commercial vehicles, and the Maritime and Port Development Board. There was an objective that the development board will be set up in the middle of the year. I think the administration will come to us to give us an update. Mr. Chen Pui-Lan would like to speak. 2 minutes. Can we talk about electric mobility devices? I understand that the government is doing something in this regard, but it's only related to motorized bicycles as well as scooters. But we now see many different forms of these devices. Other than motorized wheelchair, there are motorized suitcases. People can simply sit on it. We need to have a comprehensive discussion or review when it comes to electric motorized devices. Yes, 11 members have made suggestions. Together with the Deputy Chairman, Mr. Perry, you will talk to the Secretary for Transport and Logistics. We will work out our work plan Hopefully we'll be able to cover all the issues mentioned by members. Next, any other business? If not, meeting adjourned. Thank you.